Welcome back to the Gweilo 60 channel. I was talking with Greg Hutchins, or Hutchinson? Hutchins, I think it is, an expat that's living here in Nanning the other day. And he was asking about different people like Serpent ZA and Lau 86 and Alex from Reporterify Media and Lee Barrett, and well, actually I think he was just talking about Serpent ZA and Lau 86, and then we started talking about different tubers, and it got me to thinking, well, those alarms, they do nothing. Nobody's going to run over to see if somebody's stealing your bike, but they are loud. But it got me thinking about the YouTube community here in China and what it has become over the last, say, 3 or 4 years. Well, it sort of died off a little bit. Lee is still in Shenzhen. I see him doing media tours and stuff. I've watched a little bit of his stuff over the last little bit, but Ollie's not there. Ollie, I think, is in Da Nang in Vietnam, and he's got a small channel that he's dealing with right now, and hopefully that'll blow up. I've got fans over my shoulder, and so they're still in the YouTube community. It's just that they're not doing it together anymore. So it sort of takes away a little bit, because I thought that when they were together, the father and son thing, it was good. It was good. Then you look at say Matt from Gweilo Nation. Well, he's moved to Michigan, and I don't think he'll be back in China anytime soon. So his whole YouTube persona has changed to his American life. What he does, some biking. He's into the incumbent bikes and stuff like that. So that sort of fell by the wayside. Alex Absolute, I don't think he's doing YouTube videos anymore, and but he is working for a social media company here in China, so he's still doing his cameras and camera work are second to none type thing. So he's sort of out of the picture. You get Daniel Dumbrell, well, he does the odd thing here and there, but not as much as he used to. So he's sort of out of it. You get Alex from Reporterify Media is still in it in Chongqing. Cyrus Jansen, he'll come to China every once in a while and do some China content. His channel's a little different. He does most of his I Love China stuff from overseas, and he has since I've known him type thing. Eh? So and then there's yours truly. Oh, let's not forget Mexicanos in China up in Suzhou. They're still going strong, doing their thing. But you can see how it's sort of everybody's gone their own way. We don't have any live streams or as many live streams. I think Alex still does some with Daniel Dumbrell and Cyrus every once in a while, and some other people. A lot of it's not China-based. A lot of it's got to do with the war in Ukraine. But you can see how the old group of China tubers have sort of dissipated into their own little world. And, I'm no different. You see, I'm sort of straying off the beaten path here, too. I've been, on next Tuesday, I'll be back in the Philippines. That'll be the 4th trip in as many months to the Philippines, or over 5, maybe 6 months. To the Philippines. So I'm starting to spread my wings a little bit too. Could it be that you can only say so much about China and then there's no more to say? You know what I mean? Because we've traveled, all of us have traveled all over this country, from north to south, east to west, to East China Sea to the South China Sea, to Soshan Island, to Hainan Island, to you name it, from Xinjiang on the Afghan border, the Grand Bazaar in Kashgar, to live streams in the Shanghai Tower, to you name it. And I think after a while, it's just normal to start to look in other directions and whatever. I think you see the same thing with Serpent ZA and Lao 86. Oh, Wu Jiao. Don't forget about Wu Jiao. 86 Lao. It's different than Lao 86. He's a guy, he's a Canadian named David that lambasted Serpent ZA and Lao 86 for all of the bullshit that they spread about China, and it is. It's all lies. But I think a lot of it has to do with just stupidity, because I remember one of their videos where they were saying, oh, China's painting the ditches with green paint to make it look good, to try to fool their citizens into thinking it's beautiful. Well, I don't think these guys have ever heard of hydroseeding. It's where you put a slurry down, and it's full of seeds and fertilizer and fluids and stuff like that. So it has everything in there to get grass or flowers or local plants to grow in ditches and whatever, or on your front lawn, make a new lawn. But so they twist it into, oh, China has to do this or China has to do that. So it just shows the stupidity of not only them, but shows the stupidity of the people that watch those channels. And there's over 1 million people watching those channels. So and that's Americans. And Americans are like that. They've got this tunnel vision. They think they're the best. They know everything. And these two just sort of play into that and stroke the American ego, and that's what the Americans like. So and they used to do some pretty good stuff here in China too. You got to give them that. Back, oh, I don't know, 10 years ago maybe. They haven't been in China for over 5 years, so they think they're China experts, but China has changed so much in the last 5 years that it's unrecognizable. Even places like Shenzhen are unrecognizable from what they were, 5 years ago. So so they've even gone off the beaten path. So like it's just not the same here in China as it was in the YouTube community. Sure, you've got the odd new tuber, and they usually float in and float out. There's not too many lifers like Lee Barrett and myself, or Daniel Dumbrell. Not sure whether Alex from Reporter Find Media is going to, oh my God, Alex from Reporter Find Media is going to, oh my God, Alex from Reporter Find Media is going to become a lifer or not. That's yet to be seen. He's been in Chongqing for 5 years-ish now. No, in 2019 we were down in Thailand. I think it was 2020 that he moved into Chongqing. So he's been there 4 years, and yeah, he's getting to, stays any longer, he'll be a lifer too. But the rest of the tubers sort of float in and float out, and they make their little bit of an impact, and then they're gone tomorrow type thing. So yeah, our community has taken a hit. You don't see, but you see on the other side of the fence too. What was that fat guy's name? The dog killer. Corey Selby, yeah, prime in China. You don't see much of him anymore. He went back to the States, probably fell into the same stupor that he was in before he came to China, after he got busted for animal cruelty and oh, what's that other guy's name? Louis. We had him so freaked out one time he just deleted all of his freaking channels on social media. Ah, what a dumbass. But it's all in fun. It's like East Coast, West Coast, anti-China, pro-China. We look at it. The Chinese positive people look at it as a game rather than anything else. You throw shit. We throw rainbows, man. We show the love and fun of living in a place like mainland China, and it doesn't get old for me. It's just I like to see other things. When I was married to Wei Fong, I had a reason to be here in Nanning, and I sort of had tunnel vision about being in China, being in Nanning, because this is where my wife was from. But after she was gone, nothing ever stays the same, and I actually believe that. And so I'm starting to look at different places. You see more. The more of the world you see, the better it is for your, I don't know, your adventurous side. And I'm one of those people that actually has an adventurous side in so many different ways. You know, I ran a collection agency, repossession business. I was in the Navy. You know, I worked in potash mines. I was a jail guard for a while. I was, you know, I bounced around through a bunch of different jobs. I never had a boring job in my life. And an immigration consulting firm, yeah, where I travel all over the place interviewing potential immigrants to Canada. And, you know, so this is no different. Now I've got a camera and I show up in places like the Philippines. I think I'm going to, because I notice that when I put out Filipino content on this channel, it doesn't get as much of a viewership as the Chinese content. So I think I'm going to set up another channel just for the Filipino content. Because I can see myself, or maybe not just Filipino, but when I'm traveling to Vietnam and traveling to Cambodia and just different places like that. And I've already picked a name out. I've already registered the YouTube channel. It's called The Mad Boomer. And I think that probably tells you exactly who I have become over the last number of years. The Mad Boomer. I'm a boomer and I'm a little crazy. So I guess that's the way it is. So our YouTube community has sort of fallen apart a little bit. Everybody's basically doing their own thing. The haters are still hating, but I think only a couple of them are still hating because they're making money off the stupidity of the American consumer. And although I still live in China and my home is in China, I'm starting to spread my wings and move in different directions, and I think it's a healthy thing to do. Good thing we got security, hey, because these girls around here are dangerous. Anyway, that's another video from yours truly, Gweilo 60, in a mall at just after 12 o'clock on a Saturday, and you can see the people are just starting to come out and about, and by 6 o'clock this evening it'll be shoulder to shoulder all the way through here. And that's another video from Gweilo 60. If you like this video, as always, like, comment, subscribe, push that share button, don't forget to resubscribe, hit the bell, and until next time, peace out, bye now. And then at the end of a hard day of videoing about, well, about my world and my life, I stop at a little store on the street, buy a Wusu Peugeot beer, not a worry in the world, and just watch the world go by. Here, I'll turn the camera around and show you what I mean.